and welcome to the Laughing Monkey Music Show. Steven, Mr. Pearcy, welcome back, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad you're back on. It's been a little bit. We've done a bunch of really good shows. And
Mm-hmm.
this is just as exciting for me. You and
This
Warren.
is
I've never
me.
seen you guys together. Can you believe that?
Well, not even in Rat?
No. It
No
just
way.
happened to be like where I lived in my life. I always kept missing you. One of those weird things. So like it blows my mind. I finally get to see you guys. It's one of
Well,
my
I'll tell
bucket
you,
list.
how it came about is an interesting story. It all happened around M3, and some friends of ours over there said, "Hey, what would it take for you and Warren to headline M3?" And I'm like, "Come on, I haven't talked to the guy in 8 years," and and we just the instigation just fired him up, fired me up, and now we've got a handful of shows, and rehearsals went really good the last few days and in LA. And wow, it's amazing. It's like there's the real guy, you know what I mean? Even I'm
Yeah.
going, fuck, there's the real dude.
It's exciting because you were rehearsing with him. Actually,
Yeah.
was it today? Past couple of days you've been rehearsing already.
Yeah, yeah, last few days. Yeah, sounding really good. And we're doing a couple of songs that people have been asking for, like Giving Yourself Away and Dangerous with the Risk. And I mean,
Nice.
just whoa. So it's exciting because I don't even play those in my set.
You don't, but we've talked about that, and everyone talk. Giving yourself away is like all the diehard fans' favorite unhit hit. I know Eddie Trunk's talked about it. I've talked about it. We love that song. I'm gonna tell you what
Yeah,
though.
isn't that a trip?
Another good song is. I'm gonna say that I always thought that you never got its due was off the self-titled album. It was
Oh, the
like
E
because yeah, it was off
oh,
not
the
the EP.
self-titled record. Oh, the
I'm gonna tell you
green
right now.
record or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the big long silhouette. It
Right.
ain't easy. It ain't easy.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? That is a summertime hit right there. That is a song. I'm telling you, man. I know everyone has their opinion. Take a look at it again, man. I'm
yeah.
just saying. It is such a good melody. It's got the old '70s Van Halen, like classic rock sounds.
Sure.
Your voice just hits that note. It's sweet, man.
Summertime,
Yeah, it's a feel
summertime
good song.
fun. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm telling you, we have some surprises, so it's going to be very cool.
You can't go wrong. I mean, obviously, being a Rat fan, you just most fans like every song anyhow. So I mean, it's just it's what it is, you know.
We have a lot of songs, and I never really thought about it. I can actually go out and do the video tour. We have
Yeah,
like 16 videos. It's like holy shit. Even Giving Yourself Away was a single in video in Japan, not in the
yeah.
U.S. You know.
You could do like Metallica does. You could do like a 2 3 night thing and just mix it up. We have
Oh
so many
yeah,
songs out there at this point now. I mean, that's how many
very.
songs that you have that are the fans would do. You could do a show like that. Um,
Hmm.
I also think one of the good things, them just probably for Warren is probably saying like you've taken yourself in the band and you're in the Rap Bastards, and
Yeah,
you've been a machine each year. I
sure.
mean, I've seen you. I mean, your voice is great. The audience is growing. The people
Thanks.
like Rock's coming back. You're welcome. I mean, it's just like for him to see that and be like, yeah, well, I mean, Steven's got not only is it going together, he's got the model. This is what it is. This can work. You've kind of
Yeah,
proved it.
it
Not,
is,
not,
and
not
it
in a negative way. It's a positive thing.
Yeah, and it's grown in the last. It's taken a lot of work, but I just continue doing what I do, whether it's the band with my band Rat, or me out there representing what I'm doing, or bringing Warren in. But yeah, the first show coming up is sold out, and I think is that the one coming up here?
The Mohegan one, I don't know if that one's sold out yet. If it isn't, it probably will be close to. I mean, that's
Oh, is that
out
the
there.
Warren? That's the Warren gig, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely close to being sold out. The one we're
yeah,
doing, the
yeah.
solo gig coming up is sold out, and then we have that show right after it next week. But it's cool. It's gotten really exciting out there. My meet and greets are crazy. It's like going to an '80s club, you know. I sit there and I'll talk to everybody and hang out and see the tattoos, look at the pictures, hear the stories. It's fucking amazing, how important that decade was to so many people. You hit a nerve, and it just wow, it's kind of eye-opening to think, shit, all these years later, these people are such diehards,
But it's the real thing, though. You're one of the few bands that are doing it, and artists that are doing it still,
Yeah,
and can
yeah,
perform and can put it off without being like, some of the musicians out there kind of like walking like zombies.
yeah,
You're performing the hits that you wrote.
yeah.
So,
And I'll tell you, um, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you think about it, just thinking back 10 years, 20 years. Now think 40 years. That's what blows me away, that audience is like, fuck yes,
dude, man, I remember like delivering newspapers to Invasion. So like, I'm telling you, man, and I'm 50, I'll be 55. So I mean, I'm not like super young, but I'm like, that was like, I've always listened to Rat. So to me, it's hilarious that it's like that everyone still loves it just as much. The younger generation still loves it. It's a good song. It's a good song. That's just
Look at
what
my cat. Look at my cat right here. One of them. But
we're
all
there.
good. We're excited, and like I say, the rehearsals went well, and um, I mean, people are going to be blown away. It's like, jamming the other day was like, wow. It was like almost like we never skipped a beat. It was that
I,
crazy.
your energy. I went back. I didn't hear that first when it came out. So Eddie Trunk, thank you for doing this. Yeah, you haven't done many interviews either, so I always appreciate you kind of give me a little extra here.
Sure.
Um, but so hearing the Eddie Trunk thing was pretty funny. The energy between you and Warren together on
Yeah.
the phone, it was just amazing because it was so funny the way you
Yeah.
guys were just jumping in. And I also like, I just want to say, Split, that was kind of funny where uh Eddie's like, yeah, I'll throw a lyric in, maybe give him song credit, and you're like, nope. Like it
And
was
we're
funny. It was
ready to,
tongue in cheek, but it was funny.
you
You
know,
got to.
I'm getting ready to record my sixth solo record, and this is going to be an interesting one because I'm going to have, well, Warren wants to write, so maybe we'll throw a song in there or something. But I'm gonna have some pretty interesting musicians guesting on this. I just decided, why not? I mean, I would love to get like, Jakey, another rat bastard
I
from
don't see
back
why
then.
not. He's probably healing up. He's probably in shape now after his awful getting shot there. He's got to be back on the mend, and
Yeah, he's doing the
you.
Aussie. He's doing that Aussie gig, and so
Oh, okay.
he's out there playing. So that's enlightening. And
I,
Lynch, I'd love to get a handful of guys in there to play.
I think you should. I think I'm gonna be actually while we're talking about it. The fans been clamoring obviously up on your Facebook page and everywhere else about like what's going on with the album. We could just touch that for a minute. So your solo album is there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say while you're doing this, just another dorky fan thing is you should be doing some soundboard recordings right now because not. I hope you are because you guys sound so good. Not the Rap Bastards. First off, the Rap Bastards, all those guys, Eric and Johnny, and all those guys sound
Yeah.
fantastic. Plus, you should have them with this. Both you should do both bands because these are both good things that whether you do them as digital downloads for the fans or some weird bootleg series, this
hmm
is good stuff going
Believe
on.
me, there's enough out there, and I've been accumulating stuff for a rockumentary for Rat, which we want to get into the works, like the real deal. And hopefully it can go down sometime this year. It's going to be a lot of work compiling 40 years of shit, and especially going into the Rat vault and locating all of these things and then
Right.
burning all these things and getting them in
Yeah,
working.
converting it. I mean, because
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
so much going on now because you have the old stuff, then you can put the new stuff on it together with it. What a great way to tie it together. I mean, I think, and the other thing is, so for a while you had a lot of stuff going on, and the big talk with a lot of people is with Golden Robot and this and that, and then kind of Golden Robot kind of fell off a lot of artists.
yeah.
Will your solo stuff, and we don't have to get into like specifics with labels by any means, but will
No.
you be still going out? That won't either way will not be impeding the release of your stuff, right?
No, no, not at all.
Okay,
What I had planned with them, and it'll eventually come out. It's called Legacy.
okay,
It was just a
right.
compilation of songs, and it'll happen, but no big rush. I think my solo record's more important
I
because
think so.
it's been years, and that's really unlike me. That's why I'm always throwing out songs, having fun, re-recording the Duran Duran or whatever I do, just to fuck with things.
Mhm.
It's just to keep me in tune with the studio, and just jonesing, but now it's going to be the real deal. I have a schedule together, and I've got Fred Curry, who I'm going to bring in on drums, and we wrote a song with
Nice.
this guy
It's
Lieber,
gonna be great.
with him and Matt, and we haven't decided what studio. I'd love to go to Lieber's studio. This You got to hear the song. It'll get out there. I think I want it to be the first single. Actually, I wrote with me, Fred Corey, and this guy Lieber. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens.
Well, I think it's good. I almost feel because like the fans do listen to you, and they're like they see you doing your guitar. I remember that when you first came on. I mean, God, during COVID, we talked about you playing guitar, and that was a big emphasis. And you've been playing a lot of guitar, and people are like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You play little snippets, and you're teasing people.
yeah,
Because the past couple of years, we're all like, all right, Steven, let's hear
I
some
know,
tunes. We're chomping at the
dude.
bit.
I've been putting more out just to get feedback, and those eventually turn into songs. It could be a year, it could be a week, it could be, but they're good parts, good pieces, and that's how rap music was written. By the way,
Mhm.
I'd come up with parts or whole songs and bring it to some, hey Warren, check this out, and then or Robin, check this out, and Warren is so ready to give me some music. I'm like, whoa, okay, now my hands are full. Now Warren wants to do some writing.
That's a good problem to have, Steven. That's a good problem. I mean, you because I mean you can hear, and I think one of my favorite things is like always listen to being a fan of your music and well, like, regardless of whether it was solo or rap, whatever, because you can get so heavy but so melodic. I mean, you do have riffs that are very much thrashy metallic side, but then also like in the same song it's got a strong melody or it can be very Hanoi Roxy genre. Not saying it's like anybody in particular, but I'm saying if
Sure.
you're going for genres, like you have your legs in different genres of music where it's like
Yeah.
some melody, but those riffs are thrashy, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Which makes it
Yeah.
fun as a fan because I love albums. I always say this that have a variety on them. You don't know what mood
Sure.
you're in. You just throw it in a player.
That's
It's not
me
like
growing
Enya
up.
and you're gonna be chilling out. You're just gonna rock.
Yeah, that's me growing up like way into Zeppelin and even early Sabbath with, all that acoustic or fingering that Tony Iommi did. But I was influenced by Sweet, even back then, and
I can hear that.
Blue Oyster Cult, and to where the simplest chords, it's all about what you're putting over those simple chords.
Yeah,
I was working on this one riff earlier, and I'm thinking, fuck, the whole song is the melody I'll be putting on it, and not even really lyrics. You can just hum along it, but it's so brash and simple, like In Your Direction, or
yeah.
You Got It, or, all those other songs that I've written like that, but it's going to be good. We have plenty of, and then Eric, here I go. Eric sends me a song last night, and I just went, oh my God, this is fucking brutal. So I've got to get busy here, and, looking
How
for,
is that gonna work? I'm sorry, I just with you with Eric and because Eric's been with you forever.
sure,
I mean, he's just like your luggage.
20
He's always
plus
gonna be with
years.
you. Right? You know what I'm saying? He's like at the airport. He always shows up. He's gonna be there. He's a
Yeah,
fantastic guitar player. I love Eric. He's great.
yeah,
So he's your right hand man. But then you
yeah,
have you have you have your girlfriend and your wife now. You get both. You're hanging out with both at the same time because now you got both projects going on. How much
yeah.
Stephen is there to keep everything going? And because now, and I do one more thing I want to throw into this question. Back a couple of times when you're touring, you're like, all right, I'll see you. Maybe I won't be here next year. Kind of felt like you were going to fade out, but it feels like things keep getting bigger
They
on you.
have
Like
been.
because
I've been wanting to kind of kick back here within the next 2 years or year. So I'll probably, stay out and play till, I don't know, probably till next year, get a couple records out, and then kind of get into some other things that I've been working on forever, which evolve around the entertainment business. But there's plenty of other things, and then my racing. And so, I need to spend more time doing my thing instead of the thing for
can you stay off the
everything else.
stage though? I mean, is it one of those things like you feel like you can take a break, but you miss the stage? I mean, the stage is feels like it's in your blood, man.
Yeah, well, it's like me. It's like exercise. It's like
Right.
exercising. If I'm
Your
not up
gym.
there sweating and having a good time, I haven't done my job. I haven't earned that meal. I've always felt that way about going on stage. It's like, nothing's changed. It's still just a party, except we're not getting all fucked up. You know, and we're a lot more coherent and direct in business, and but we're having
But
a great
you sound better. But
we
you
have a
sound better.
great
I mean,
time. We have a
you know,
great time. That's all that matters.
you're very accessible to the fans. You know, on all media and the shows are always good.
Yeah.
I've seen you the last a couple times you come through Connecticut. I'm always there. And then the shows get bigger, and it's funny because, like I said, you're like, all right, I may see you next time. I may not enjoy the show over here, and then the next
Yeah.
time it's a bigger show, and you're like, what the
Yeah.
heck, man? Who gets bigger? How many
I'm
times do you
just
come back and
rolling.
get bigger?
I'm just
Like,
rolling with the punches. I mean,
I
the
love it as a
shows
fan.
are. They have been getting bigger, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, getting bigger and selling out, it's even better. But now it's even. I'm kind of going down two tracks now because I'm doing the solo thing, and then we're entertaining the Pearcy DeMartini project, and
Exactly.
that's a whole nother thing. But I have my rhythm section in there. I have Blast and Matt, and Matt's a rat from day
Right.
one. Back
He's
in
classic, and then you got Carlos. I mean, you do have.
Carlos, and then Carlos is back in the mix. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was in the on the album, and then of course he's got his years of all the years in LA too, just like Blas does. I mean, everyone's these are all soldiers that have been in the ranks. So for fans
Sure,
that may miss other things, they've all been fans of all these other artists. Everyone loves Quiet Riot. Everyone loves
sure.
Blas. Everyone, these are all your brothers in arms or whatever. It's just another version. I mean, because
Correct.
you've created what's kind of neat for you is you came back, you took a hit, but then you came back, fixed your health, got sober, and then fought cancer, beat it, and not only
Yeah,
did you get bigger, you got as big as you were with well, not as big as Rats different times, but you've actually
sure.
built yourself up with you, not even the band. You got back up
Yeah.
there. So now you're having it both ways with Warren, and you built yourself up.
Yeah, thank you. And like I say, it's an ode to the scene that we created, and were a big part of that 80s thing. I mean, it was a special time, and like I say, when I do the meet and greets, it's some intense shit going down there, how personal,
They get bigger too. I've seen
you
some.
know.
Well, I remember when they first came a couple years ago. There was like a small group of intense fans, and
Sure.
now they get younger. And
Yeah,
I do feel like it's from the '80s now. I just feel like this old guy because like everyone just looks so young
sure.
in rock and roll, and it's like, what the hell, man?
I
It's
know.
so exciting for
Now I
rock. It's
shot. Now
exciting.
I call in the audience. Now I'll call them out if I see these rugrats out there. I'll tell them, hey, fucking rugrats, teaching them right. Giving them the rat and roll, and
Every year,
it's
my daughter comes with me. I mean, that's just the way it goes now. It's just
yeah,
it's passing it on. It's a tradition. I mean, you've got a daughter in the same age group. Hopefully,
yeah,
she's passing
mhm,
on the rock and roll too. Um, with all this going on and stuff, are you still? I mean, first off, I just want to say also take a minute. Let's shout out to Christy for having your back for everything she does in the
sure.
background. I don't think people realize how badass Christy is and everything she does. So let's
Thank
just
you.
shout out to her. I mean, that's to her and thank her for everything she does. She's the one behind. Don't look behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. You look behind the
Sure.
curtain. It's Christy. You know what I mean? He is
Yeah.
your partner.
Well, you got to understand it, and it's a business. It's a business. We're in it together now, and who to have it better with than somebody who's very smart, knows numbers, and you can trust, and has my back. And it's
Yeah.
just like any other business partner, except a lot more serious. I mean, it's not, we spend every day, business, because
Well, but it's
that's
important that
why
people know
we,
who she is because you are the
yeah,
face. People know you. People need to know it. Actually, at some point, Christy will be on. We will be talking. So I'm going to call her out right now. And she needs to
yeah,
get her
right.
props publicly.
There you go. Yes. Yeah, she
Let's get
kicks
her on there.
ass.
People don't know how awesome she is,
Yeah.
and how good she is having your back and working with you. You guys got a
Thank
lot
you.
going on,
Yeah, I
you
love her,
know.
man. She's great. Like I say, not just my partner in life, but a great business partner. And we've created some good business ventures that will be coming out soon enough.
Well, I think when you can trust somebody, it allows you to be even more creative. If you
Sure.
can trust somebody for this, you don't have to worry about your back here. You can even be more open on something else.
Well,
Why,
what's the old saying behind every
great man is a better woman.
thank you very much. It is
I
that woman, you know what I mean?
Yes, I just think it's important to say that because I don't know if I don't think there's enough people that know
Thank you.
of her
Yeah.
out there.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, she kicks some butt.
She does.
She's
She's like,
always doing something business.
I've been dealing with her since the very beginning of us doing stuff for, well, about 4 or 5 years now, and she's always top of the line, always doing stuff. And she got more stuff coming. I know she got more stuff coming in the background that hopefully we'll talk
Hmm.
about when she comes on. But this is exciting. And I do want to say, thank you. We'll wrap this up. I want to keep it tight because I know you've been busy, and I
Yeah.
want to thank you. What about, I got this is just a personal thing. The microphones you used to do with the knuckle mics and all
Oh,
the merch
Mike
and stuff.
Knuckles. Mike
Is that
Knuckles.
gonna
Yeah,
happen
yeah.
anymore? Because I never got
Well,
a chance to get
no,
one.
I still have. I can get you in. I'm gonna put them out again. But you see, last year, um, I wanted to get back into kind of the classic Steven guy. And
Mhm.
Steven, he wouldn't have had the Mike Knuckles. And that was, what I mean? So I just kind of put it aside for a bit. And they kept taking them from me at airports. So,
Well, I imagine that would be the problem too. That was gonna be the second part of the question because you
so I
had them
had to
last time
start
you saw
putting.
you.
And I'm telling you what, people were going, well, why don't you put it in your suitcase underneath? Well, guess what? They find them there too. You
You
know,
don't want to be messing around with that anymore. It's not worth it. I mean, it's
no.
you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put them. I'm going to be putting them out again for sale. But I just needed to take a break from that guy because that guy was a little more heavy with the Mike Knuckles. I did. It kind of scared people
I love them.
sometimes. Oh,
I
they
think they're really
work.
cool looking.
Believe me, they do work. You can smack somebody pretty good.
I just
And
think if
they,
you feel if you're a guitar, if you're a singer, you get the mic. I mean, that's you don't got a lot going on there. You know what I mean? Everyone's got
yeah,
their few things. That was your thing.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Let's see it out there. So people check them out. So we're hoping other shows. Let's see how these go. It feels
Yeah.
like there could be more shows. Um,
Yes, yes, and yes, and yes.
and yeah,
So
right. So do I do ask this one last question? There are a couple of members of Rat that aren't in the lineup
yeah,
that people have asked about. I feel like there's been
and
a lot
that's
gone down
just
the past that there's other personalities. Is that maybe a danger?
no. Do you know what it is? I had to be really careful with how we went about getting Warren and I getting reacquainted and bringing in everybody besides everything's not that copacetic, you know. Uh, Everything's cool to that extent, and then not cool. I didn't want it to be about the band Rat with
Yeah.
who's this and who's that. And so when, like I say in the beginning, it was like, well, let's try it with just Warren and I for a bit and see how it works and take it from there. But there's no reason for Warren and I to try to make it a Rat thing because it is a Rat thing. I think people will get it. It's a celebration of our music, the legacy. It's not about, oh, we got to get the original dudes together. I don't think people really
Right.
give a shit.
I don't think so either. I think a few, but I do think that you and Warren are the important head parties, and whether it's
Yeah.
Juan being the other voice of Rat, which is to me is weird because it's not like he's the
Well,
Michael Anthony of Rat. It's
he ain't no Michael.
and
The guy's not no Michael Anthony. So
right. So he's
right
not the other
there.
voice of Rat or anything, and it's not. I'm not even dogging him by any means or Bobby. What happens is you get those. Those are two other strong personalities. You don't need a four-headed monster.
No,
You and
no.
Warren are the core songwriters and the core sound, and anything else could just splinter this. This is what we want. We want you two together. We don't need you to
Yeah.
blow it up.
Well, if I had my way, it would be Robin, myself, and Warren.
Of
I
course, of
mean,
course.
so
I mean,
that's why these days I really don't push anything because I think people they get it when I go
yeah.
out there, they're enjoying it, and this is just an extra special added attraction with Warren coming in, and it's brilliant. At a time where it's never say never. Uh, so I'm looking forward to it. We're both looking forward to it. Everybody's excited, pumped, great set. We have a lot of music to go to play, and we'll take
Oh, the
it from there.
comments on your page. I posted a few. I was making some pictures and I put some stuff on your page, and the people are like, "Play here, play here, play here, play here."
Um,
With Warren, I mean,
yeah, well, that can happen, but we got to we're taking it really slow here. I mean, besides, I don't want to go out, nor does I think he does want to go out and do some brutal 100 city tour. That'll never happen.
No,
So, you know,
enjoy it for what it is. Don't blow it up. Blow up one bridge at a time, they say, right? Just blow up one bridge at a
exactly.
time.
Yeah.
Steven, man, thank you. It's been
Thank you, my
awesome.
brother.
I will see you in Mohegan.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks, 2 weeks, we'll be seeing each other. And
Get ready to rock and
I
roll,
guess
my friend. If you
ready to
want
rock
to
and
know
roll.
any other information, go to officialstephenpearcy.com.
All the links, people will be underneath. Follow him on Instagram. You can hear about Bear and everything. And follow the
Yeah.
family
There is a
and
life
everybody else.
outside of Rat and Roll. There is a life. It's a good one. We love it here, Christy and I.
It's a lot of family life and with the grandkids. I mean, and the pets. So it's a
There you
fun
go.
follow. All
There
right,
you
I
go.
think it's great. Thank you, man. I
Thank
appreciate it. This is the best. Thank you.